Hey Julia, last night I was going to bed and I saw that yesterday was like National Daughters Day, something like that, and I had neglected to say how much I love you and how no national day that's marked by Facebook or something like that could ever compensate for what a wonderful daughter you are and how many fantastic memories I have of our growing up together. You know, your mom and I had great fights about when we should have children. And if not for a fellow teacher of mine, Karen Huber, you wouldn't be here yet probably. Your mom wanted to start having children when she was 26, and I was like, yeah, I'd rather start having children when we're in our 50s or something like that. We were young. I was finally teaching at Huntington High. I had what I considered my dream job. Your mom was working full-time at the university. Stuff was good. I surfed every morning, and I thought, oh man, a baby? Then my friend Karen took me aside and she said this. She said, you know, this decision really has nothing to do with you, Eric. I said, what do you mean? It's going to change everything in my life. She said, this decision has everything to do with Debbie and what she wants, because it's her body. And she's the one who gets to determine when she carries you guys as children. Now that, Lord help us, that makes common sense. And so, 9 months later, you entered our lives. Really a miraculous morning. I'll never forget it. But even more so, a miraculous life that we've had to share with you, whether it was holding you as a little baby and singing to you, Julia, Julia, seashell eyes, call me, or whether it was just as a kid in Indiana playing t-ball and watching you get to be on a team that went and won the county championship, watching you go through high school, working for me at the church, which was so much fun. I loved it when you worked with me, sweetheart. It was such a good time. You were so fantastic at it. Your heartbreaks, those have been hard, but your joys, those have been joyous. And watching you be a fantastic mother, that has been so much fun. But it's funny, I was thinking about the thoughts, and I guess the thoughts that are kind of pertinent to where you're at in your life right now, since what you're going to do with your life is being an administrator, at least that's what you're planning right now. I remember when you decided to go to college, one of your teachers or mom or me or someone told you what you needed to do is you need to start collecting all the different paperwork from all the different schools that were sending you letters at the time when you were in 10th and 11th grade saying, you know, come to this college, and just make a file on it and go through it and apply to the ones you want and choose carefully. And I remember your room, you kept it so neat, had everything together, had everything clean, and in the corner of your room you had a file that you'd keep all your schools in. And there must have been, I don't know, dozens of them for university. And I was thinking, now this is still a year or 2 years away. And here she is, as we'd go to the university or college camps, whatever that stuff is you go to, and you'd go and look at the different things, and I'd see just how organized you were, and I would laugh about me. I don't even think I took the SAT test until my spring semester, my senior year, and that was only because a teacher forced me to. I don't think I applied to college anywhere. I just sent my SAT test to some schools expecting them to want me so desperately. That's why I ended up at Golden West my first year. But here you were, this amazingly intelligent, incredible grades, well-organized young woman. And I thought, how in the world do I get to be father to this young woman? And now as you've come and you've been teacher of the year and you've been, you know, employee of the month, and you're getting all these honors as they get ready to lift you up, and you're continuing your education and going to be a principal, I just want to take a minute to tell you how proud I am of you and what a miracle I think you are. Because I think you've heard probably as many or more messages than anyone has heard me preach. And I think if there's one part that you've captured in it, sweetheart, you've captured that image of wonder and that thought that in life we have the opportunity to be the miracle. So, sweetheart, I really think you've taught me some important lessons, and some of those lessons are along these lines. You've taught me that to be the miracle, sometimes you need to organize to be the miracle. To be the miracle, sometimes you need to make the best decisions out of that organization. And to be the miracle, you need to look back, and when it wasn't the best decision, you need to reevaluate again and move forward and not stop. These are lessons that maybe I knew along the line, maybe I even taught them to you. But I also learned them from you, sweetheart, and I want to thank you. I'm so proud of you. I love you so much. I appreciate the fact that you always go out of your way to tell me how much you love me. But even more, I appreciate the fact that I have the opportunity to love you even more. And for all of you dads out there, the 4 or 5 of you who may watch today, if you've got a daughter, go out of your way to tell her how much you love her. Think back and find that spot that really just blew your mind that maybe you haven't taken the time to tell her. All you moms out there who have a daughter that you have the opportunity to be a best friend with, I've watched Julie and Debbie be such good friends. And what a blessing it's been. I mean, Julia, continue to be a good friend to your mom, love her. Been a hard week for her. I appreciate the fact that you were there through every single step of the way. Don't know how we could have made it. And I think for each of us, just to remember that being the miracle is not always easy. Being the miracle is a conscious decision each day that we have to plan for. We have to pick a way. We have to make that great decision. But then into the heart of life, even when we didn't want to make that decision, even when we weren't expecting to make that decision then, a friend can say, this isn't your choice. This is your choice together. And you can become the miracle together just by saying yes. Best thing I ever did was to say yes to your mom when she said, it's time for us to have kids. And get to be your dad, Julie. Absolutely fantastic. I love you with my whole heart. Julia, excuse me, I forget it. You hate it when I call you Julia. Anyway, love you a lot, sweetheart. Have a great day. And for those of you who watched, God bless you. Tell the people in your life that you love them and how important they are to you. Life can be gone in an instant. Tomorrow, I'm talking to you, John. Might be the one video you'll have to watch.